Check the game being played. I just put that song to the song, and I got to know that. What's going on, y'all, man? It's your boy, Mr. Lloyd, aka Chip, man. Just super excited. It's the summertime. It's another episode of the Lambitious podcast with a purpose. Y'all know how to find us, man. Just super excited. Again, I know I said this last week, but again, thank you to all the educators. Thank you to all the people that persisted in what's probably been the hardest year to, educate because it was hybrid or whatever. So, with no further ado, we have a great panel tonight, a great show. My tag team partner here, Mr. Clarence Patrick Francis, man, what's going on?
What's up, Lloyd, aka Chip? What's going on, man?
Man, nothing much, man. Super excited. First week of Lamb Camp. Y'all know how it is. We got content coming to show y'all how great the week has been, man. But how you doing over there, man?
Doing pretty well. Busy week, of course, like you mentioned, the Lamb Camp. That's what it's probably on the thumbnail for the flyer for Lamp Camp. So we're really excited about that. And I know the first day was yesterday, and it's gonna be a big day tomorrow. So hopefully we get all the pictures in and all of the lamp swag for the kids tomorrow.
Definitely. And shout out to Miss Ambitious. I'm not gonna say former hostess because she's always family. For getting that swag out to us. And then shout out to a couple of the nonprofit organizations like Wars with Susie and all these people that's making the Astros Foundation. I'm talking too much now. I'm telling y'all too many things, but it's coming together.
Yeah. I hear you saying it because I know what's going on. I'm like, okay. Yeah, but like you said, Ambitious is putting it all together for us. And of course, we have our third host on the show, Miss Lady T.
Hey, how are y'all? How you doing?
We good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Glad that it's summertime. I'm still
yeah.
You glowing. Look, it must be summertime. She glowing now. You can tell like it's a
I'm going to Vegas tomorrow. Vacation tomorrow.
It's tomorrow already, huh?
Yes. I've been counting down.
Do the viewers know you're an educator, correct?
Yes, they do.
So you got the summer off and you're going.
Well, I'm working from home this summer, but
okay.
I don't have to go into the office, so that's good.
Okay, that's good. Are y'all experiencing this record-setting heat in Dallas like we are in Houston?
It's so hot. And I'm on the third floor, and it's like the heat has risen. Like, oh, it's so hot.
Yeah, the heat rises.
And guess how hot it is in Vegas, though?
So it's funny seeing ERCOT, everybody with these ERCOT posts, everybody talking about ERCOT, telling everybody, hey, turn your thermostat up and stuff.
Yeah.
And people like, nah, bro. Not how y'all did us in
Vegas. Not gonna do it. Nope.
Not anymore.
But yeah, in Vegas it's like 115.
115. So that's like without humidity, I guess. Because if it was like that in Houston, we wouldn't be outside at all.
So, Lady T, what you saying? You bringing us back souvenirs?
I'm bringing back what?
Souvenirs.
I got you.
You gotta cash out for some money so she can play the
yeah. I thought ain't you supposed to be sending me some money, Pat?
Yeah, I got it. It's coming. I have to make sure you caught your flight, man. You fly in Spirit, right? I gotta make sure you get on the plane.
I'm gonna get on the plane.
So what we got up? Who we got coming up today, Lady T?
We actually have another educator who is an art teacher by day, and outside of that, he's actually a muralist. So we have a muralist from Baltimore, Maryland, that's jumping on with us. He is literally like the most genuine person I know, even in the midst of a pandemic. He found a way to give out to the community, the people on the front lines, and all of that. So welcome to the stage, Shelton Hawkins.
Oh, you made that introduction sound kind of cool. Like
That was cool.
I feel like I definitely changed a lot from college. I feel like 10 years ago, I don't know if you had said that when we was getting out of college. But I appreciate the opportunity to be on a podcast. I think what y'all doing is really dope. And, it's always good to talk to another educator about, like, this year and how everything been going. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, Miss Jean. That's Miss Jean. She's with us every week. Yeah, I'm really excited. So what are you doing this summer so far? Like, I know you excited to be off.
Oh man, so this summer for me is jam packed like always. I just got back from LA when I heard y'all talking about like the heat and how hot it was. LA was beautiful. It was like 85 with no humidity. It was like
perfect.
Breeze was perfect.
LA is the best.
Like, man, it just felt really good. So yeah, and then so tomorrow's our last day of school. So I'm home for that day, and then Friday I leave to go to New York to do another basketball court for 5 days. Come back home for a week, and then trying to wrap up and get ready to go do a court in Tokyo for the Olympics. So yeah, just been kind of just grinding. So I'm excited.
That's awesome. I just wanted to jump in real quick. Like you're kind of a big deal, right?
Yes.
I'm good.
Like they say, Anchorman, because they have like you could just like they say like Shaq says on TNT, he was like, Google me. So guess what? All you gotta do is Google him. You're gonna find some articles about you and what you do in the community. Can you briefly just talk about where you came from, what are you doing in the community, and how what type of impact are you bringing to the community?
Yeah. It's funny you said that because Shaquille O'Neal was actually my entry point to like this life I have. So I grew up in Germany. Well, I don't want to say I grew up in Germany. I came from a military family. And in third grade, we moved to Germany. And at the time, I was going to the gym every single day. And while I was at the gym, there was this guy. He was like 6'9", 6'10", and everybody in the gym just loved him. He had just so much positive energy, and I just wanted to be around him and wanted people to like me as much as they liked him. So I just went every day, ended up being a ball boy for that high school team, and that kid ended up being Shaquille O'Neal. So it's funny that you used Shaquille O'Neal. So that was like my entryway or how I kind of got into playing basketball.
Wow, that's interesting.
And for me, basketball has been everything for my life. Like, it's always been basketball. Art. I played ever since third grade all the way up to college. A little bit of time overseas. So just constantly just playing basketball. And then for me, giving back or being a part of the community has always been super important. I don't know if T told you, I'm a direct descendant of Harriet Tubman. So just that bloodline right there, I don't have no choice but to give back to my community and try to help and try to, make sure I'm a good person. So
yeah, can you repeat that?
Oh yeah, I said I was a direct descendant of Harriet Tubman.
Okay, no, we didn't know that.
Am I breaking up or that?
No, you're good. I just that caught me off guard. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, like my whole family, when Obama was in office, the whole family got invited to the White House. That was really dope, just to kind of be there with my great aunts and grandma, and it was like 5 generations of my family all there, seeing. And then last year, the governor of Maryland again invited my family up to see the new statue. So with bloodline like that, you don't have no choice but to make sure, like you're doing something good and something positive.
Right.
That's dope. That's pretty dope. But my other co-hosts can relate to this. You talk about hooping. That's what we all hoopers on. We all hoopers on this right here. We talking about this other day. Look, now, Lady T. Now,
wait a second.
Buckets.
I'm out.
Buckets. Let's go.
My other co-host, I told y'all I used to hoop. How can you tell them that I hooped?
Yeah, she did. She did. I
did.
She did. And she went to a powerhouse. She went to Mansfield girls basketball.
Oh, I know about Mansfield.
Okay.
Hey, I know about Mansfield. Okay.
Yeah. So I do
remember.
So I remember stuff. See what I did, but I do.
Thank you.
I'm about to Google her right now.
You're trying to clown me,
I'm about to see. We need some film on you.
Right.
Whatever. We could just go to the court.
Yeah, that's
I'm probably gonna die. But
Doc, I don't know.
Abby Pump.
I don't know, Doc. I might have to put my money on T because I seen T.
Oh, you hear that, Lloyd?
Old school
Thank
crossover.
You hear that, Lloyd?
That's disrespectful.
You hear that?
Hey, you know the smallest person on the team be wearing you out. Defensively, they
Wow.
wear you out.
We wait.
Actually, about 5'2".
5'3.5".
Oh, 5'3".
Don't do
it. And
Get
speaking of courts, though, I just wanted to ask you: did you have anything to do with that Carmelo Anthony court in Puerto Rico?
No, but it's crazy you said that. First of all, that was a great segue to the court. I like how you did that, Doc.
Yes, sir.
Media train. I like how you did that. so I spent the whole year kind of just traveling around the world, looking at what people call art destination courts or outdoor courts that people kind of put art on. And the court in Puerto Rico in San Juan, I mean, it was like one of the first courts I kind of visited just to kind of get a reference and kind of an idea. But that court was done like I want to say 2012. They recently just redid it, maybe last year or the year before. But I didn't have anything to do with that court. But that court's super dope, and it kind of got my idea and my wheels turning how I wanted to do my court.
So tell us about courts that you've done.
So right now, I think I've done 7 or 8 courts. For me, the most important court was the court I did in my hometown, which is Eastern Maryland. And I did that court just because in 2003, my cousin passed away. So when he passed away on that basketball court for years, nobody went out there to go play basketball. Just people just stopped using the court. The court wasn't well kept. It was just, it was just like an eyesore. So I wrote a letter in 2006. I think at that time we might have been in college. So I'm pretty sure my letter skills or writing was terrible. But anyway, they didn't think the town I grew up in didn't think it was a good idea. They didn't want kids hanging out. So they just kept telling me no. So I just kept at it for 10 years. And then I finally met somebody who kind of believed in the vision and understood what I was trying to do. And once I got the right person on my team, everything changed. They went from like, oh, this is a great idea. Not only do we want you to do 1 court, we want you to do 2 basketball courts. So I ended up doing 2 basketball courts, and ever since then, I've just been knocking them out. But probably the biggest court I did was the LeBron James court in Ohio for I Promise, which is his school. The most recent court I did was in Atlanta with Candyland and Reebok. So a little bit everywhere. And I still have 5 courts by the end of summer, before the end of the year that I'm gonna be doing. So that should put me at like maybe 14 or 15. So just trying to get them done.
So how long does it take again for a court?
Say that one more time, Doc. You was breaking up.
How long does it take for you to start to finish?
Yeah, so it usually takes anywhere from 5 to 7 days. It just kind of just depends on the weather, how big the courts. There's a lot of variables that kind of go into it, but usually around 5 to 7 or 5 to 10 days. 1 or 2 days of prepping, kind of drawing out. So what we do is, I'm pretty sure y'all had an art class before in school, but what we do is grid everything out and just draw everything that you see inside of the grid, and then from there we just tape everything and then paint it. So, and we usually have because the communities are always involved in the project, so we usually have like a really good amount of volunteers come out from the community. So it kind of makes it kind of go fast. And to me, that's the best part, is like getting to know people of their community and why that court is so special to them.
And they call it, on the article, they called it designation. Hold on, I got to go back to it. Designation. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Destination art. That's what they called it.
Yeah. So just like with Harriet Tubman and her Underground Railroad, what I was trying to do in Maryland was kind of do the same thing, but with basketball courts. So where I live in Maryland, is kind of doing all these outdoor basketball courts. And I want people that, if you come from out of town and you're going to the beach or you're going to visit, I want you to kind of go to all the different basketball courts. So that's why, we've been calling them like destination art pieces, where, if you go to one, I want you to be able to go see them all and kind of experience them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a quick question. So
yes, sir.
What would you say is your your most proud, like, well, your proudest work of art, like the art, like the, you know, if, God forbid nothing happen, we all, but you know, if somebody want to remember you, you know, and say, hey man, this brother was talented, he
Uh,
did that. What piece of artwork would you want them to remember you by?
and Chip, I don't take this. I don't want to sound cliche, but I feel like me with my daughter. Like I know that's not necessarily artwork, but I feel like our relationship and like how I grew over the years as a father, and just like her love for art. So every Wednesday she goes to my studio with me and just kind of just paint. But like I want, like you can be a cool dad and spend a lot of time with your kids and not be like, oh man, I got my kids, I gotta watch the kids today. Like, nah, for me, like I look forward to like when it's just me and her day, like on Wednesdays, because Tia tell you like a lot of educators don't have school. So just spending that time with my daughter for me has been like what, like I hope people look at my social media and be like, man, like he really like, enjoys
Hey,
allowing his daughter to create and be a part of every single project that I've done, no matter if it's I don't know if T told y'all like the shoes I did with Reebok or the stuff I did with Converse, every single huge project, or not every project, my daughter has always been a part of every single project. So for me, that's like the best.
hey, that's hey, we've been doing this almost a year, and that's the best answer I've had. Like to see what people are
Absolutely.
inspired, and I'm thinking you're gonna say, man, it's this little court I did in Buffalo, New York, or something. You know, it's like, you know. But you
Yeah.
said no, my daughter is my art.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, that was a dope answer. I was ready for that. That was a great answer, man.
I appreciate
Hey,
it.
salute to you on that one. So, hey,
Appreciate
I
it.
love that, man, because me, I have one. I only have one. I have
Okay.
my son, and I understand like it's so much that goes into them, and that is your art almost. It's like
Mm-hmm.
what you put into it, and what you were saying, how she appreciates the work, your craft, your art. That's a beautiful thing, and understanding that and knowing that, hey, they don't necessarily appreciate it at this age when they're young, like us. We didn't appreciate it
Yeah.
with our parents, but when you get older, you be like, hey, my dad took that because he wanted to see what my craft was. So that's beautiful, man. Salute on that. Great answer, man. That's the best answer
Thank you.
I've had on this
And it's,
podcast. Yes.
yeah.
Hey,
It's funny.
Mr. Hawkins,
Yep.
can you hear that music?
I can.
That means it's time to play the game.
Okay.
So let's play the game. It's either or. We're gonna ask you some random questions, and while we think of some random questions, it might be related to what you do. It may not be. But first, tell me, where are you from again? Where's your hometown?
So my hometown is technically in Easton, Maryland, which is on the Eastern Shore, but it's more close to Annapolis. But when you tell people, nobody only knows anything from Maryland but Baltimore. So it's just easy to say Baltimore instead of trying to say it's like 10 minutes. So I'm originally from the Eastern Shore, though.
Eastern Shore, like
Yep.
You said close to Baltimore. Is that Boston by there too?
Annapolis. It's closer. It's closer to Annapolis. But the thing about where I'm from, you have Harriet Tubman was born there, and Frederick Douglass. So two huge African American people are born like literally 4 miles away from each other.
Wow,
My little sister's actually related to Harriet Tubman and Frederick Douglass. But on my mom's side, she's related to Harriet Tubman, and her dad's side, she's related to Frederick Douglass.
That's
crazy.
Y'all are that is history right there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So my random question for today is, okay, so if you were asked by any athlete to do a mural or a painting of them, which athlete would you say, hey, I gotta go with this one? First off, this is the person I haven't done, and if I get to meet them, this is the person I want to do it for.
Well, growing up in the 90s, Jordan was everything. Like I feel like, a couple years ago, like maybe 2 years ago, I had an opportunity to go to Nike to kind of work on a project where we was going to do 10 basketball courts inspired by Michael Jordan. So it'd be like, or not inspired by Jordan, but places that he lived. So it would be a court in Chicago, it'd be a court in Florida where he lives now, it'd be a court in North Carolina, it'd be a court in Utah, it'd be a court in LA because he won a championship there, Portland, like all these different places, but allow local artists to create the artwork and then do a shoe with it every city. So like we had this huge idea, but COVID came and COVID just changed everybody's plans. But if I could do anything, it definitely would. Yeah, you got to have it would be NBA just because, man, like you think about it, like Jordan like changed the way we dress, changed our attitude on the court, like the way we like approach the game, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't be no Kobe if it wasn't for Jordan. Like, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I just feel like if I'm gonna do there, I want to start at, at the GOAT.
Start with the GOAT.
Iverson, though. Iverson changed again. They had to change the dress because of Iverson.
Yeah.
See, didn't I have braids in college? You couldn't tell me I wasn't Irish. I had braids. Headband. I got all these tattoos now because of AI. Had me tripping.
Hey, Iverson was a bad boy. He was Mr. Virginia in football and basketball. Ain't too many in both sports.
Yeah. So we like really close to Virginia. So I hear all Allen Iverson stories all the time. Like, I coached college basketball for 3 years, and one of the coaches I worked with was on that same football team and basketball team with AI. So he had the most AI stories and
you got to tell us one. You got to tell us one now.
No, I can give you my personal AI story. So
okay,
I was home for summer camp working with the youth, and we was like, oh man, we get to go to like a 76ers like the pre camp, so like right before the season started. So anyway, we like hyped. So the kids is watching AI. So then like one of our people's like, yo, he leaving in 30 minutes. He gonna be in a gray Mercedes. So we all rushed outside the stadium. Stop at the stop, catch him at the stop. Like we all like, yo, we love you. Like one of the kids had the shoes. AI puts the window down, looks at us, gives the peace fingers, and just rolls the window back up and just peels off. He ain't signed no autograph. He ain't take no pictures. Them kids was hurt for like forever. But now that I'm a little bit older, I understand. Like he probably had a million things to do and stuff like that. But at the time, I was like, man, I ain't never wearing no AI. I was like, none of that.
Right.
I held it to him for a long time, but
yeah, different perspective when you get older. You're like, okay.
Oh yeah, now I'm older now, and I also worked around NBA players. I was a part of the worked with the USA Basketball 2012, 2016. So. Again, just kind of being around those guys a lot, I kind of understand, like, when they're done, they kind of just want to just go home and just like us and just be with their friends and family and kind of not have to deal with all that. So I totally get it.
It's a great basketball.
I know.
I have 2 questions for you because I know you're on the spot. I have 2 questions for you, actually. So my first question, since Miss Jean gonna steal my thunder. But I'm gonna ask you. Okay, so we all brag about our seafood. We all brag about who have a better seafood. You said BMT, so you know about this Gulf Coast shrimp and Louisiana crawfish, all that stuff. But then you said you Maryland, so the Eastern. You said Eastern Shores, right?
Yeah.
I've never heard, but they brag about their crabs and all that. So which seafood is better? Because I know they big for crab cake.
I was about to say, if you never got a crab cake from Baltimore, then you missing out. Like, and to be honest, the dirtier the spot is, the better the crab cake is. Everything else might be trash. That crab cake is gonna be fire. So
their seafood is better than Texas, Louisiana.
I had crab cake. I don't know about the whole. If you just say one item,
because you're gonna have a lot of people coming for you. We based out of Texas. So
if they ever had a crab cake, they're gonna be like, yeah, them crab cakes is different. Like you can go anywhere else in the world and a crab cake is not gonna taste like a Maryland crab cake. You know what I'm saying? Like
I've heard that.
I don't know what it is about these crab. It's different. So I would have to go with Baltimore on that one, the crab cakes.
Crab cake. Okay, so you have to have And my second question is because you said LA and New York, and that's the big. So what city would you prefer if you had a new project and had a new mural to do? Because you've done it in both places, and it's a different vibe in each city. Which one would you prefer, New York or LA?
Man, y'all got some really good questions. To be honest, I would have to say LA, just because, man, when you outside painting on that court, on that hot concrete, it's hot. So listen,
The weather.
Somewhere where it's like LA could be hot, but you could be cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not like burning up. But like right now on the East Coast, it's hot. Like, we had like an ice cream thing today for the kids. All the kids, ice was just running down their arms. It was so hot outside. It was melting before they even could eat it. So I definitely would. And plus, I'm literally fresh I was in LA yesterday. So like LA is like super fresh on my mind. So LA was like, man, the breeze. LA is super laid back. In New York, everything is like go, 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 go. So I had to take LA on that one. What about you? What do you like better?
I've flown into. I've never, to be honest with you, true story. I've been a lot of places. I've never been into the city. I've flown into Newark for but I used to go to LA all the time. My grandfather lived there, so I'm partial. I love LA. Yeah, he lived in Watts. He lived in Watts.
Yeah. Listen, I got the funniest story yesterday about so my girlfriend ended up going with me. My girlfriend's kind of tall for a woman. She's like 6'1", 6'2", like 6'1"ish. So we go to like I don't know if you ever seen. Everybody here's like a basketball fan, but have y'all ever seen the movie White Man Can't Jump?
Yeah.
Yep.
So they were shot in like Watts, right? So like you come down the little thing. So my homeboys redid that basketball court in Watts. So we pull up. So it's like 10 kids out there playing. And then they look at us, they was like, oh, she gotta be in the WNBA and he gotta be her trainer. So they was like, y'all trying to play 2-on-2? I'm looking at my girl like, no, we just want to come take some pictures. The dude was like, nah, y'all on the basketball court, y'all can't take no pictures until y'all play. I was like, what? So we ended up playing the game with horse. But yeah.
It's funny.
Watts Towers is super dope too.
I was gonna say, my grandfather's church was in Watts, so my family from Compton. And
Lady, you don't know about Cali.
I know.
Now that makes sense. I remember you used to talk about LA, but now that makes sense.
Yep.
Because every now and then I seen you get hood before, so now it kind of like
oh my gosh.
College days,
what? Don't do it.
All
they
right.
try to have my parents on here so they can see how I am. Talk about marriage. My question is, if you could do anything else in the world, if you weren't doing art, you weren't teaching, what would be your alternative?
For me, working at Nike, it's always been something about like the designing at a high level and seeing your products on people, and how products or how clothing or sneakers or whatever kind of changed lives. So for me, Nike was like the ultimate where I wanted to kind of land. So, and still like every year I still just to kind of just challenge myself. I just apply for a job at Nike. I never get one, but every year I just want to just kind of just apply. But for me, I'm a Nike. I clearly have Nike on. I'm a diehard Nike fan. So if I could do anything, it'd definitely be working at Nike. And I don't have to be in a basketball department or anything like that. It could be anywhere, just because the campus is so beautiful. It's so creative there. It's like, so for me, working at Nike would be everything. Good question.
I was saying, I have a friend that works for Nike, so I want to see how high up she is. She's been there for a while. So.
Yeah, look out, man. Come on, man. God,
you have some great answers like that. I never thought about that, but as an artist, creating your own shoe, that's a legacy. Like, that's something that nobody can take away from you. Like, I still look at the camouflage Kobe's. They got stolen from me. I'm still mad about that. But it was stolen out my car. But no, those were so dope to me. And now you look online, them things, because he passed away, obviously. Right. But man, but to create your own shoe, man, that's super dope, man. I think we have a
I got an opportunity. I have to, before we get when we get off, I have to send T the link for the shoe that I did with Reebok, with Pierre Moss, which is a black brand from New York. Parker's also in that video, and it kind of like showed like the whole process of me painting a basketball court and kind of how I got into this whole thing. It says, what inspired you to start doing this? Gene, great question. Can I answer this question?
Go ahead. That's for you.
It's for you.
So Gene, in 2003, my cousin passed away, and literally like before that, everybody was going to that basketball court. But when he passed away, like everybody stopped kind of going, and I wanted more for my community. So I knew initially I had contacted Nike. I wrote them a letter, and they was like, "Yo, we love it. We're going to just refurbish the basketball court." And this was before people were doing art on the basketball court. They was just gonna come and just make the surface even, put down the lines, like the basic. But the town said no. So like for me, I just kept writing every year, or every time I would come home, I would try to set up a meeting. They just kept saying no. So from 2007 to 2018 was the first time I got a yes. So every year from that whole time, I would just send a letter or just kind of asking. So I tell people all the time, like, you can't quit on your dreams. Some dreams take 1 week, some dreams take 10 years. So
Right.
Persistence. That's the moral of that story. Persistence, man. That's a great story for everybody. I mean, I'm sure Lady T can contest too. Like, especially when you're running with a nonprofit, no is the norm. We get no's all the time, but it's the thing is that we have a vision, and that's why they ask what your mission statement is. They want to know, what you're aligned to, and your mission is to, man. You got some great answers, man. I'm over here energized, man.
Nah, man. That's
listen, inspiration.
I'm all about working with each other. If I can help out in any way, please reach out. If it's like a design, I don't know, whatever, y'all can. I feel like once y'all kind of look at my social, y'all kind of
we need the shoes, man, before you blow up.
I know, huh?
Listen, hey, we gotta get them first. Our whole podcast gotta get the shoes first.
Listen, when I design them, I'm gonna make sure y'all get a pair. The first time we did them, once Oprah got them and wore them, it was over. Like, we literally went from they gonna be in the store, so like, all right, we just only gonna do friends and family. So we only did 100 pair, and those 100 pair went just like this. So. That's crazy. Yeah.
That's a blessing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely a blessing.
Where can people find you and see all of your work? And can you leave those links and contacts for them?
Yeah. So the Play in Color website, where you can kind of see some of the basketball courts I've done, is playincolor.org. Super simple. It's just playincolor.org. And then I'm probably most visible or mostly on Instagram, and my Instagram handle, even though I don't coach college basketball anymore, it's still Coach Hawkins UMES. So UMES is University of Maryland Eastern Shore, just the initials, so UMES. So yeah, please go to my social, especially my Instagram, if you need something, if you got any ideas, if you know a basketball court that kind of needs some work, school, whatever the case may be, then please, T, like, please.
You school.
Yeah.
Man, it's some great stuff you're doing, and it's like it's unique, different, and it's at the same time it's exciting. You're like meeting a lot of people, and once again, we're talking to the lineage of Harriet Tubman.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
And I did not tell them because I figured that would be a great thing for you to share. So
yeah.
Well, I appreciate it. T, I want to give you your flowers while we on here, because you always, ever since I know you, and it's been a long time, you always kind of make sure that you put me in space to allow me to tell my story and allow me to nowadays it's hard to give people flowers and not want nothing in return. Like, you don't never be like, all right, I'm gonna put you on this podcast, but can you send me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you really do it from the bottom of your heart. So I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We've been friends a long time. I'm always here to help you. We got in an argument one time over radio, but other than that, we've been cool ever since. But other than that,
you don't mess with them Compton girls, man.
That what you say? I can't hear you.
Don't mess with them Compton girls.
I never seen Lady T mad. Like, that's the thing. Like, she always smiling.
Don't mess with Compton. She's straight out of Compton. Don't mess with her.
Oh gosh. Laurel Street.
Hey, so
that's a DJ Quick. There you go. She knows it. That's the first time I've seen her head popping right
so
there.
y'all Vegas need to watch out for Lady T this week, right? That's what you're saying, Pat?
Yeah.
And you said, like, Vegas need to watch out?
No. Then my cousin's coming.
Oh, Lord.
Uh-oh.
No, but anyways, I do want to tell you guys, I will be out there for the all-white party. So me and my sister are coming.
Right.
And my best friend. Don't write me.
Say
yes.
Go best friend.
Wait, can I ask y'all a question? Can black people go to a Juneteenth celebration on a boat? I feel like that just doesn't make sense to me. I feel like it's kind of messed up. Like I've been seeing a lot of boat party flyers. I'm like,
I never thought about it.
Hey, things that make you say, That's true. Hey, I'm not getting set up. I'm gonna be watching from the sidelines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But you know what? It's Father's Day weekend too, and I know we
Yes,
get
happy Father's Day.
I know it's a lot of men that we always like embellish the men that don't do for their kids and don't do well, but for all the fathers out there, and I know I just speak that, you know, in any capacity that you are there and you're taking care, because there's a difference between being a dad and a father.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
This weekend, you know what I mean? So to all the fathers out there listening and watching, man, salute to you and keep doing what you do.
Yeah. Happy Father's Day.
Yeah. That's dope.
All right. Well, we appreciate you being on the show, Mr. Hawkins. Very interesting stories. We want to hear more stories, so hopefully we can get you back on.
I'm gonna follow you.
A couple months down the line.
Yeah, no, listen. When I land my job at Nike, I'm definitely pulling y'all to campus and let y'all kind of get that whole experience.
Okay.
And I can't say no because we got it on. It's gonna be on.
That's right.
Right, y'all. Hey, it's on the internet now, so you can't go back. Can't take it back now.
Yeah, well, I appreciate y'all taking time to allow me to come on and share my story. Y'all enjoy and be safe. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome.
He was awesome. He was out. Thank you, Lady T. He was awesome. Like he has.
Absolutely. I have some really cool friends. Like I really do.
He was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like 100%. Like how he is right there is how he is off the camera. Like 100%. So super genuine.
Very good. Very good. So we're coming up to part 2. So quick question, Lloyd. Do you want to stop and restart and go ahead and do a part 2? Or you want to just continue on right here?
It's your show, man. You the media of however y'all want to do it, man.
All right, and Lady T, you got to step out, right?
I can stay. My plans changed. Yes.
Okay, so just so that way it won't be any confusion, we'll just stay right here. We're gonna go ahead straight to part 2. So we have another great guest coming up. Let me give a quick introduction. So it's my pleasure to introduce a certified sleep expert, lover of humanity, 80s hip hop, 90s R&B, avid napper, and CEO of Nap Bar, Khaliah Guillory. Welcome to the Lamp Vicious podcast.
Hey, it's a party. It's a party. Hey. Thank y'all for having me. Y'all's energy is amazing. Thank you.
How are you?
Yeah.
I am well. I'm well. I get to connect to y'all. This is good. I was in the back on the backstage listening to the end of the show. I was like, Shelton is a dope human. Like this is what's up, man. Yeah,
absolutely.
But we seen your resume. You a dope individual as well. So we excited to have you, man.
Come on, Lloyd. You give me that premium. Man.
Nice.
I appreciate you, brother, man. I received the flowers. I do. Thank you, man. And I also appreciate that little dance you was doing. Yeah, I saw it. I peep you.
So yeah, we're bringing the energy and you bringing the naps to the people. So we got, of course, everybody loves naps.
Should love some naps.
So I know this may be new to a lot of people. So a lot of people that I've talked to since recently, I've been like, hey, did you know we have a nap bar in Houston, and you know what it's about? Can you tell the audience about your finding the company and how this started and where it all came from?
Absolutely, man. Thank you for helping me spread the word, Pat. I appreciate you, man. That's what you need, people in the network, the tribe, to be your marketing team when you don't even know they're marketing on your behalf. So thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
No problem.
So how does all came about, yo? So I legit have been an avid napper my entire life. When I say my entire life, I mean I legit was like the kid out in kindergarten when the teacher was like, yo, it's time to go and get your red and blue mat. I got my mat. I was out. Like, she didn't have to fight with me. That was it. And so I've been an avid napper, my entire life. I napped in high school. I played ball in college. So, I had to take, that's where I really understood the benefits of a power nap. So I could stay on scholarship and also juggle being a student athlete. And then I just continued on into corporate America. And recently I just retired from corporate America, November 2018. And I found myself napping in the most inconspicuous places, right? So the parking garages, being in unused conference rooms when I was traveling. I was working 85 plus hours, traveling 75% of the time. And man, I tell you, I was sleep deprived and didn't even know it. And so one day I had traveled into the city. I carpooled into the city with my then wife, my now ex-wife, and we had carpooled in from the burbs. And I was looking at my watch and she was like, yo, what's up? And I was like, hey man, it's like my nap time, but you're in the car. Like, this is going to be weird and awkward. And she was like, well, Google naps in Houston. Surely there's a place where it's Houston, right? There's a place where you could go and take a nap. I was like, you know what? You're right. 60 seconds later, y'all, I Googled nothing. I was so disappointed because I'm thinking like, yeah, this is Houston. Why isn't there a napping experience or a napping facility where I can pop in and pop out outside of a motel, right? I'm not doing that. And so when I looked at her, I was like, man, that's crazy that they don't have one here in Houston. And she was like, well, you should create one. And I was like, well, that's an idea. And I was like, man, nobody's going to pay me to take a nap. And why would I leave? I was a C-level executive at Wells Fargo. Why would I leave this cushy job to, like, come on. And from a Black person's perspective, right? That was my upbringing, right? When you get to the job, like, you don't leave the job, and you got benefits, and you got a 401k. Like, come on, man, like, stop it, right? So that night I couldn't sleep. I was tossing and turning, so I just got up. I went to the office. I just started researching like naps and the science behind napping, and I found this stat. This is the stat that made me go. NASA did a study on sleepy military pilots and astronauts, and they found that a 26-minute nap improved productivity by up to 34% and alertness by 54%. Man, I looked at the dog. I jumped up and down. I was like, that's it. It's go time, baby. Let's go. And so the next day, I started Nap Bar. I started the process of Nap Bar, right? And what that meant for me is that I went on social media. I hit up all my people, and I started doing surveys. I said, hey, who out of all my friends out here, how many of you guys are really truly taking naps on your lunch break while you're at work? 99% of my friends was like, I am, KG. And I was like,
yep.
Bet. All right. So then the next question was like, all right, well, there was a safe haven, a rest sanctuary that was curated, that was on site where you work in your corporation or around the corner. Would you go on your lunch break? And it was like, absolutely. I'm like, all right. So how much would you pay for said nap? And then what else would you want there? Oh, aromatherapy? You want, okay, cool. I legit created the business plan based on surveys. I surveyed on Facebook. I sent surveys to my sorority sisters. I mean, there's like 57,000 people in that particular group. And that's really how the business plan came about for Nap Bar, because I knew I didn't want to create something that Khaliah Guillory wanted. I wanted to create something that the masses wanted, so that I could really truly solve a global problem, not just something that's here in Houston. We're thinking global, enterprise-wide.
That's crazy, because I worked in a call center at one point for like a year, and we had quiet rooms because we dealt with, people calling in, and then had to do calls out, and it was life insurance, disability, all of that. And so we had these quiet rooms where like you get frustrated, you can go in there and kind of just debrief, take a minute. And so I used to go in there, I used to go to sleep. And so
that was your nap room.
Thought about that though, but near my lunch break, I might eat real quick and then try to go to sleep or just take a brain break, So that's really interesting.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, man. Brain breaks are real, and they are so necessary, because I mean, we don't realize it, especially from a culture coming from brown and Black people. But we come from this braggadocious culture that I'm team no sleep, and I'll sleep when I'm dead, and I'll grind till I fall. Like, that is slave mentality, yo.
I need sleep.
We need sleep, and the reason why I say it's slave mentality is because our ancestors were told when they can rest, and here it is, we can rest on demand. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Like, I created a sanctuary so we could rest on demand. So it's crazy talk. And when you think about what really truly happens whenever you take a nap, when you rest, and sometimes it's not about falling asleep. It's just a matter of, like you said, Lady T, unplugging. whenever you're resting, it gives your body a chance to recover. It gives your brain cells a chance to repair. It gives your immune system to boost and fight off any bacteria that's in your body that shouldn't be there. We just came through the global pandemic. We're on the end of it now, but people are I'm not taking the vaccine. I'm taking the vaccine. It's a whole debacle. But at the end of the day, let's do things that we can control. It doesn't matter if you take the vaccine or not. Your body still needs to rest, and adequate sleep. You can do so by taking a nap, which is scientifically proven will boost your immune system, amongst other things. That COVID-5, everybody's talking about the COVID-5, the 5 pounds everybody gained for the most part, right? Well, maybe 15.
I lost. I said it. Thank God.
But I have a couple questions. So this is such an interesting. First of all, I love your charisma. I feel like I need to go take a nap right now, and I'm like, I'm turned up, but I'm like, I need a nap. I love your energy.
Not now, Lloyd.
I love the fact that you did your because start a new business, do your data. That's a lesson to be learned too. Make sure you have a niche in the business and make sure that it's a need for you. And so that you did your data. When you say NASA, that's reputable right there. So it's like, yeah, it is not bigger than that, right? So you did your due diligence for people to want to say, hey, okay, where's the need for this? And it's something that I can provide for you, and there it is. So kudos to you. I'm supposed to play devil's advocate with you, though. I'm supposed to play devil's advocate.
Do it. Come on, let's go.
I'm not a nap person. I always feel like I'm missing out. I'm for those people that feel like I can't sleep in the middle of the day. Like I feel like if I do it, no, I'm not a napper. Honestly, I swear to God, I get my 6 hours of sleep, and that's it. I just run on that. And I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing, but for the people that it's hard to take a nap because you feel like, oh, I'm gonna miss out. I have anxiety. I'm gonna oversleep. What advice do you have for them?
It's such a great question. And then I saw a question popped up from Latrice. I got to shout out to Latrice real quick. That's my esthetician. So like that's the people. That's how I got here today. Actually, she referred me. So she was asking how long the perfect nap time is. It really depends, but you shouldn't nap over 45 minutes because if you do so, then you fall in the REM and then you wake up groggy and you think that was the worst idea ever. So we go back to that. But going back to you, Lloyd. All right. So here's the thing. My caveat to this is that everybody is different, right? Like, you might like chocolate chip ice cream. I love white chocolate ice cream. I love a good nap. 30 minutes is my sweet spot. I take one every single day. Every single day I'm taking a nap. Now, sometimes my schedule only allows for a 10-minute power nap. But going back to your initial question, it's not always about falling asleep. Sometimes it's about just unplugging. Sometimes it's just about not allowing people to be able to have access to you 24 or 18 hours out the day. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just so that we can have time from a mental wellness standpoint, because napping and sleeping has also been tied to insomnia is tied and attached to depression. Depression is attached to anxiety. I mean, it's all the sleeping disorders all stem for the most part from mental illness, from a lack of mental health. So when we think about that, and we think about just as people who look like us, that struggle with diabetes and struggle with, cardiovascular disease is on the rise for us. Those are all the reasons why we should want to unplug. Now, I'm not saying you have to take a nap. Napping is good and all the benefits scientifically proven comes with that. But just unplugging for 15, 20 minutes, just even if it's the first time you open your eyes in the morning, if you don't reach for your phone and you lay there in bed and you go through a gratitude list, or you journal, or you visualize, or you do something that's going to make you happy, then you winning. You know what I mean? So for me, it's all about promoting health and wellness. Naps just happen to be the thing because I know they work. I know, like you said, if it's good for NASA, it's good for me. And it just makes sense. But, when we think about the benefits of it as well, the Harvard Business Review, can I get a little nerdy on y'all for a second? Well, Lloyd say he's coming for me. He coming for me. I got to come back. We talk about NASA, but let's talk about Harvard Business Review. Nobody's going to debate these cats. They did a study. They did a white paper and found that folks who take regular naps 2 to 3 times a week, they improve their lifespan by up to 5 years. 5 years just by laying down for two to three times a week. So Lord, hey man, listen, I'm not saying you got to take a nap. I don't want, and if you're not a napper, there are people who just aren't nappers. You know what I mean? But everybody, every human being can absolutely take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes out the day to unplug, to recharge, relax, and rejuvenate. And you will see a difference. Like if you start to get groggy and you're like, oh, I'm just really tired, and you kind of barely getting through the day. And then the moment you start to take that pause in the middle of the day, you'll start to see productivity levels increase, and you'll see it all around you. It'll be at work, at home. You won't be as antsy with the kids whenever they're trying to get on a Zoom meeting at school.
Hallelujah.
You know what? No, you know what? I'm super sold on what you're saying and everything, because the thing is, my thing is rest. I'm coming from a fitness world too. So what you're talking about? And
come on, Frog Fitness.
Yeah. So what we used to tell our clients and everything is that, you know, you need to repair your body. You work out so hard and you have to repair your body. And so, you know, rest was imperative for all of us. Like we have to, it's like a computer. You have to reset, you have to repair, you have to, I'm just like, I'm one of the people in the middle of the day. It's difficult, but I can't argue with NASA. I can't argue with Harvard. I can't you know, but
that's a good question though, man. It's a really good question, because a lot of people, I get that often. I get that all the time. And you asking that was perfect and spot on, because a lot of people just think that, you know, hey, like I could just keep going like this, but we can't. Like we really can't. You know, there's a thing called black exhaustion. And especially when you think about being Black, living in America, Black Lives Matter, and all the other things that are going on in our lives, we are mentally exhausted. So if anybody should be taking a pause in the middle of the day, it should be us. It should be us. Just to give our brains a chance to do what it needs to do.
That's right.
To reset before we reset and go off on somebody.
Right. We have a question. It says, I cannot sleep. What can I do?
Oh, Deborah, that's such a good question. You know, oftentimes what I find, so I'm also a certified sleep expert. I do consultations. And when I get new clients who initially come to me and say, oh, I can't sleep, what should I do? My next question is, well, walk me through your bedtime ritual. Like, what are you doing? Are you getting in the bed with your tablet, with your smart device, with your iPhone, with your iPad? Are you watching TV and then you're going into the bedroom? Or perhaps you're watching TV in the bedroom from the bed that is supposed to be your rest sanctuary. First and foremost, if that's what we're doing, and Deborah, you chime in and tell me what your sleep ritual is, and we can get going on this. And you can also DM me. I'll leave my handles, and we can take this offline if need be. But that blue light that emits in, like that is telling your brain, there's this thing called circadian rhythm, which is your internal master clock. And it sets itself based on light and darkness. So whenever you allow this blue light to transmit through your eyes, through the lens of your eyes, it goes into your brain, and it tells the brain, hey, it's light outside, because it's blue light, it's light.
It stimulates.
So it's telling you, it stimulates you. So it's telling the brain, like, oh, you should be up right now. But if you are in your bedroom that's designed for rest and sex only, not work, that's what it is, right? So if your bedroom is dark, and I just took somebody out, my bad, Lord. I mean, we said we're going to be honest, right? I mean, we just keep it 100. I said, so the bedroom is supposed to be dark. It's supposed to be a rest sanctuary. It's supposed to be where when you immediately go into your bedroom, your body should automatically realize, oh, we're in the bedroom. That means we need to calm down and power down, and we need to start getting the body ready and prepared for rest. So I get in the bed with all those things, especially TV. Deborah, well, I tell you what, turn a new leaf tonight, girlfriend. Don't get in the bed with any of those things tonight. That's it. That's it. Don't do any of those things. And, you know, there's other things that you can do from a bedtime ritual standpoint. I take a bath every single night. Like, I nourish on myself. That's how I nourish on myself every day. In 2020, I decided that I was going to dedicate 2020 is learning not just how to love on myself through self-love, but radical self-love. And what does that look like? And I take a bath every single night. If I'm home, I'm not taking a bath if I'm traveling. But if I'm home, I am bubble bath. I'm a vinyl connoisseur, so I have a vinyl record playing. I'm just chilling and I'm just decompressing. And another thing scientifically proven is baths, they regulate your temperature, and they also increase your temperature. So whenever you're getting ready for bed, it starts to cool you down. Is your bedroom, is the house that you're in, is the temperature conducive for adequate rest and sleep, so you can fall asleep and stay asleep? And what I mean by the temperature in a room should be anywhere between 66 and 69 degrees. A lot of people are like, whoo, that's cold. Well, your body has to drop a couple of degrees in Fahrenheit so that you can fall asleep and stay asleep. If you wake up hot in the middle of the night, I encourage you to drop the temperature down a little bit tonight. So there's just so many things we can do.
Good.
I'm so glad you said that, because I tell people all the time, think about if you were in a hospital or if you went to visit somebody, how they keep it super cold. And some people, it's for the germs and all that, but it's you have to be in a place where when it's super cold, you're going to follow it. As long as you're warm and you're in a place of comfort, you're gonna nod off. So
you will.
I was just gonna say, I just think about even for like kids, because like thinking about when my son, whenever he first came home, I would like make sure it's super dark so he knew it's nighttime, it's time for you to go to sleep, and try to get him on a schedule. And then of course, during the daytime, open up the curtains, make sure that he knows it's daytime, this is time to be up. And I think that's just the same thing with us, I guess, as adults too. And it makes total sense. It absolutely does.
It does. And we just get away from doing it, and we shouldn't have, and the same thing, you think about kids, it's the same thing with like sleep schedules, like having a regulated sleep schedule, like going to bed at the same time every single night and waking up at the same time. Like that's also how we can improve our rest, So I know, Deborah, you had mentioned, I think you're using a sleep mask. That's good, because if you don't have a fully blackout room or area, sleep mask will help, but we definitely want to weed off of the prescriptions, the prescription drugs, because there's so many different holistic approaches that we can achieve restorative sleep every night without having to pop any pills.
She said, I will try.
I will try. All right, Deborah. Hey, let me know. Slide in my DM and tell me how your sleep was tomorrow.
Yeah, so that's a lot of great information. And before we get to the comments, that we're getting a lot of comments, but I'm a visual person, so can you walk me through, like, I want to try the Nap Bar. I want to go up there and see, like, okay, what's going to happen? When I open the door, am I going to start with aromatherapy, and then am I going to get in like a big water bed or something like that? Kind of walk me through and tell me what it's like.
Yeah, man. And if for everyone who's watching, I'll also drop our website. It's napbarnow.com. You can go and take the virtual tour on the website as well. So, Pat, that's such a good question, man. Thank you for asking me, because I'm visual as well. So as soon as you hit the door, when we were inside of the Galleria Mall before the pandemic, as soon as you hit the door, you were greeted by a comfort concierge. That means that was a person that was there to help you unplug immediately and cater to your every need. That was the first thing that happened. The second thing is that when you came in, you already checked in online or via our app. We had an app where you could check in. And we also had a mini profile. So you told us, like, what's going on with you? Why are you having trouble? Are you having trouble sleeping? Do you know if you have any sleep disorders? And we will be able to make recommendations based on that and give you maybe some additional information. The second piece is that, or the third piece, I should say, is that if you came in with a smart device, which most people came in with a phone or an Apple Watch, we confiscated that from you. And so we took all of your belongings that either vibrated, beeped, or rang, or buzzed that could disrupt your sleep or your nap or your unplugged time. We took it, we put it into a lockbox and gave you the key. Next, it was your option if you wanted to partake in a CBD infused massage, just to kind of get you ready to ease into your nap. If not, we directed you straight into one of the 5 suites. So we had 5 suites, and they were all paying homage to Houston. The first one was the Beyonce suite. We partnered and collaborated with Williams-Sonoma. They provided all of the decor for Nap Bar when we were inside of the Galleria Mall. So imagine the Beyonce suite was luxurious. It was luxe. It was sexy. It was fun. It was all the things. And so that was the Beyonce suite. Next, there was an all-star suite which meant that if you book that particular suite, you can literally write your name on the door because it was your suite for the time you were in there. Of course, we can't have a suite, as much as I love NASA, without having a NASA suite. So we had a NASA suite that was all science and spaceship and space themed. Next, we had a rocket suite. You had to show love to the Houston Rockets. And then we had a Houston Texans suite. So for all of we had a little bit of hodgepodge for everybody. And so next, we would walk you into your suite. You'll be provided with a pre-nap juice shot, which was a raw green juice that was infused with ashwagandha. For those of you who haven't heard about it, it's a root that naturally infuses relaxation. So we gave you your pre-nap juice shot, and then we confiscated all your items. And now, if you were a member, you had the option to upgrade into some pajamas. So if you wanted to be in your Nap Bar jammies, you could go and switch out into your jammies. And then we walked you into your room, told you don't worry about a thing. We will come and knock on the door when it's time for you to get up as your wake-up call. And then, so that's when the experience starts really, Pat, as soon as you hit the door. And we did this with intention. I wanted to make sure that I engaged all of your senses. So all 5 senses were engaged. I already talked about the juice shot. That was the taste. The second is mood lighting. That's through sight. So every suite was customized. It was a custom suite, and all of them were outfitted with mood lighting. Scientifically speaking, mood lighting aids with depression if you have a blue light, and also if you are, Lloyd, you probably know this as well. Green light helps with inflammation. So if you came in, you're a little achy, and you told us that in your profile, we say, hey, let's recommend putting on the green light so it can help with anti-inflammation. I can't even get it out today. And so then the third way that we got you was touch. You slept on an organic mattress, bedding, linen sheets. Everything inside the suite was organic. So we wanted to make sure that we would cater to health conscious individuals. So when you think of the paint on the wall, we use no VOC paint. So literally everything inside the suite was free of toxins and chemicals. We often had a lot of people come in during the spring and say, oh, I came in here, my eyes were watering, my nose was running. But when I left the suite, it stopped. Well, it's because our mattresses, because they're organic, they're also hypoallergenic. So, those were so many ways we did it. From hearing, there were these brain waves that my friend, Dr. Kwanzaa Pinckney, who's a board certified physician and also a DJ on the side, she curated these incredible brainwave soundscapes that are frequencies that engage your frontal lobe, and they release melatonin in your body naturally by up to 97%. So, I mean, it was a whole on experience. And then we would wake you up, give you your smart devices, encourage you to check in for or book your next nap. If you were a member, you had access to do so through the app, and then you were on your way to go and slay the rest of the day and slay your goals. So that's what that was your experience at Nap Bar.
That's excellent.
Sounds
excellent
so good.
Hey, I want to go. I got to try it out because
Can I go now?
It's so well.
It's coming. We're coming. We're opening back up very, very soon.
Yeah, so it's like you have a great business plan because like you thought of everything and like you're meeting the needs of everybody. So it's all inclusive. And real quick from your website, right? It's is it napbarnow.com?
That's it. You got it.
Okay. So on your website, it says this is kind of funny to me because like naps aren't just for kids. And I hear that a lot because like around our age, 30s, 40s, it's like if you take a nap, people will be like, oh man, you're old or this and that. But then I'm like, kids take naps all the time and they're in the middle of growing and learning, so they need those naps. So totally. If you're an adult, you're still learning and growing, but we're actually working more hours and doing more than kids, and they're over there taking naps while they're in school. We're not taking naps while we're at work unless we can try to hit up the nap bar maybe. So
hey man, that's the goal. That's the goal.
I was gonna say, being an educator, that would be a great segue to get into the schools and that kind of thing for sure.
Man, Lady T, you better speak it into existence. Come on now. Because it's funny, we plan to be everywhere sleepy humans are. So think airports, hospitals, convention centers, schools, colleges. Imagine being on campus and included in your tuition, there was this nap place where you could go and take a nap instead of having to walk all the way back to your room or your dorm to take a nap. Like, It's just a matter of time, man. It's just a matter of time. We're gonna be napping everywhere, y'all.
Man, I definitely think like nurses, people that work those shifts like that, they definitely
Absolutely.
need that. You know, they're working 12-hour shifts, and you know.
Totally.
I have a super quick question. I know we're up against the time. So melatonin, how do you feel about? I heard how the body naturally and you know, but so many people either are pro melatonin or like, oh, that don't work. But it's not to knock you out; it's to relax you. That's what I've always. Well, I don't know. I'm not the expert. So we're gonna Miss Guillory here, Miss Napa, Miss Harvey.
Not the miss.
So it's just to relax you so you can go to sleep. It's not there to knock you out. It's not a
No, it's not a drug. It's not an Ambien. It's not, you know, it's a natural way to supplement, to be in addition to your nighttime, bedtime ritual, right? So, you know, especially nights whenever, for me, like creators, we all understand this, right? You always are creating, you're always thinking about doing something. And, you know, so sometimes I can feel it. Like tonight would probably be one of those nights because I normally start to decompress around 9 o'clock. But because I'm doing this podcast so late, I will probably for sure take maybe 1 or 2. Yeah. Hey. But because I know my brain is going to need some help to shut down, and that's going to be fine. But, you know, my bedtime ritual I share with you guys is taking a bath. It's also drinking tea. I think someone just popped in, you know, sipping some chamomile. I personally like fennel tea. I like fennel because I just like the taste of it. It's just my favorite kind of tea. You know, it works. Whatever works for you, that's what you use. But you know, whatever you can do to start to let your body know and train your body, like, hey, it's starting to be that wind down time. It's time for us to decompress, and it's time to go to bed.
Right. That's right. I was gonna say I use that lavender soap for my bath. Relax me.
Yeah, Dr. Teal's is my thing. So like Dr. Teal's, the melatonin sleep bubble bath, the Epsom salt, that's my go-to. It's my go-to. I use lavender soap, and then I just tried. Ooh, you might like this, lady too. You should try it. Dove came out with a calming oatmeal bath bar, and it's that.
I might have tried that.
Yeah.
Calming oatmeal.
Yeah, it's very calming. I was like, "Ooh, I do feel calm." I don't know if it was a mental trick or what, but
it probably is.
Probably. But
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Pat. No, go ahead, Pat.
Okay, I was gonna say we got a bunch of comments and questions I wanted to just run through real quick. See if we can answer. Some of these are from earlier.
You said they were funny. It must be funny.
Jean, well, Jean said she loved naps. We saw that earlier. Benefits of power naps. You kind of went through that in the beginning of like the benefits of naps, and you backed that up with the data from NASA and Harvard, right?
Yeah.
How long is the perfect nap time? Did we touch on that one?
She said
we did.
Okay.
30 minutes is my sweet spot, but I would say no longer than 45 minutes to 60 minutes. You're pushing it because when you nap for a long period of time, your body goes into REM sleep, which is rapid eye movement. Then you're going to wake up and feel groggy, and you're going to think it's a bad idea. So just no more than 45 minutes, I would say.
Okay. And then another question. Do you take naps while on vacation? I actually do.
That's a good question, Jean.
Great question.
Yeah. Yes, so I take naps every single day.
So, and that you just answered Latrice's question. Should you nap every day? So why not? and
it's just, if most people be like, well, how do you do it? You just put it on the calendar, you schedule it, and you just make it happen.
Don't get bullied. Don't get bullied.
Don't get bullied.
Don't get bullied, Jen. You tell them I'm taking my nap and I'm proud of it.
So
rest.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was just gonna say. So, is the goal to get to REM stage 3? Cause I know you're talking about REM. It's a whole.
You do not want to get to REM when you're taking your nap. You just want to stay at nap stage. REM is for nighttime sleep. Cause then you know what's gonna happen, Lady T. Then he gonna come be like, yeah, that nap lady, that certified sleep expert told me, and I was in stage 3, and I woke up groggy. It was the worst idea. No, Lloyd, don't. You do not stay away from REM. You want non-rapid eye movement. You want NREM.
That's what happens when you come in on the end of it.
And then he would have been out talking about me. Oh no, she said
no more than 45 minutes.
You know what? I got a tagline. I was listening to a song. I think it was who sings OPP? Naughty by Nature.
Naughty by Nature.
They got a song in there where they say "Happy to be nappy." I was like, your tagline could be "Happy to be napping."
Ooh, come on, Pat. You better drop a bar on me.
What's the idea?
I'll do a little rap in the background. Lady T got you coming through with the freestyle.
Who's dancing? Lloyd. Lloyd's gonna dance. He's gonna be the dancer. So we got a whole crew. I saw his moves. He got it.
Where you at?
Mr. TikTok.
Okay, TikTok, you don't stop.
Wait, y'all said dance? TikTok? I'm there.
You the dancer. Yeah, we said you're gonna be the dancer.
Yeah.
We're gonna shoot a video. You the background dancer, lead dancer. We'll put some respect on it for you.
Let's do this.
But yeah, but you have a great website, and I know we getting close to nap time, so you want to leave your information one more time, and we're gonna put it on the captions when we repost all throughout the week. So if y'all didn't get to catch everything on the episode, make sure you check out where you can contact her. Please go and tell the audience where they can reach you at.
Absolutely. So if you're looking to follow me, if you're looking for the book, a one-on-one consultation, or you're listening and your corporation needs a health and wellness speaker, a keynote speaker for an upcoming event, feel free to go to KOG Speaks. That's on Instagram. And click the link in my bio. There you'll be able to book a discovery call. There you can give me some information about the event or what it is that you need. There you can also find a link to book a sleep consultation if you're having some issues going to bed or sleeping throughout the night. And if you're looking to follow Nap Bar, they're on Instagram at Nap Bar HOU. That's on Instagram. Actually, that's the handle for Nap Bar across all social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, as well as LinkedIn. And for Facebook as well as LinkedIn for me, if you guys see my name, that's how it's spelled, Khaliah Guillory in my lower third. Just feel free to pop that in, and then boom, you should be able to find me. I am the only Khaliah Guillory on Facebook and LinkedIn, thanks to my mom and dad for using all the alphabets.
There we go. Google her.
Oh, you can do that too. Google me, baby.
And guess what? Miss Deborah, she just signed up.
All right, Miss Deborah, let's make this happen. All right, we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you together. All right, let's go.
Where'd Lloyd go? He must have signed. He must be having some internet.
He dancing somewhere.
Yeah, I was talking about my internet earlier.
Is he out? There you go.
Lady T, were you throwing shade? I just heard you come.
I said, because y'all was talking
come
about
back
my
when he's
internet
supposed to.
earlier.
He pop in right when he's supposed to.
I'm here. I'm excited. Like y'all, my energy was low today, and I didn't take a nap. But between you and our first guest, the energy is there, and you guys keep doing great things and supporting the community, and I love it. Like I'm big on support. So
thank you,
I'm
man.
not one person, but you might have converted me now. So I was the advocate on the other side. I've never been a big nap person, but studies have shown that I need to be one. So hey, I'm there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or just unplug, man. Just try to unplug for 10 minutes. Try to just unplug for 10 minutes, tomorrow and see how that goes. Like you don't have to start at 30. You can work your way up to it.
That's right.
Okay, so when I be blowing you up, like, hey, that 10 minutes.
20 minutes.
I was like, all right, time for us to do 20, 30, and don't go over 45. Lloyd, don't go over 45. Okay, I got witnesses on the line. Do not, please tell them, Pat. All right,
don't get to the REM sleep. But I'm like Lloyd too. I guess we Pisces, so we kind of similar a lot of things.
It has nothing to do with your horoscope. I'm a mom.
Why we put it on the
side? Mom, and I need a nap. And I feel bad sometimes taking a nap.
What are you, a Capricorn?
Capricorn.
We ain't talking about Capricorns tonight, man.
Oh man, tough crowd.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But no, it is. Like I used to be like, nah, I'm not taking a nap until I'm like almost like about to pass out, dead tired, and then I'll actually not even take a nap. Yeah. That's when I'll take a full blown 5 hours.
Well, you know, and it's funny you say that, because like that's a part of the awareness in the work that I do, is we have to reverse engineer how we approach sleep and rest, because we treat it as if rest is a luxury, but rest really is a necessity. You know what I mean? Like I used to be the culprit of this. I would be like, all right, I used to give myself goals. Like I play ball, so everything I do is always going to be like a competition within myself. All right, if I get through all my emails by this time, I'm gonna take a nap. Like I can't give myself, I shouldn't have to earn a nap. I'm gonna take a nap, because what I found is, you ever notice, like whenever you're trying to complete a task, you're like, why is it taking me so long to complete this? Like I should have been done hours ago. Well, it's because you're tired and your brain can't function. It needs to rest. And the moment I take my nap, like especially like now, like earlier today, I was like, I am beyond tired. I'm not even thinking straight. Let me go lay down. I came back, looked at it, I was like, oh, I know the solution to this. Done. Right. But the NASA study is true. It boosts your productivity by 34% and your alertness by 54%. So that should be enough for us to lay down. You know what I mean? So stop doing it tired. You're not gonna miss anything. It's still gonna be there when you wake up 30 minutes later.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go tell my head of school. I'm gonna send her an email tonight and say we need to incorporate naps.
Listen, CC me on the email. I'll persuade her. We got through the summertime to persuade her for the fall.
That's right.
Did you hear that? We got somebody else talking about they can hoop. We got
2 on 2. What's up?
Where we going? What we doing? Where we going? I'm ready. I'm late.
30 years now. We ain't lost too many games now.
Hey.
Oh my goodness.
We probably
don't worry about that back.
What?
Right, because they ain't gonna be talking about we gave him a bad back. I'm ready. Let's go. Where we hooping?
We're gonna take it down, and then we're gonna beat everybody. There it is.
Hey, Lord. After we beat them, we're gonna serve them pancakes. There we go.
Oh, damn. Y'all sound so confident.
Absolutely.
Like you say, we ain't lost too many games, so.
Well, I guess you're gonna learn with this game. You're gonna learn with this game.
We're gonna do that 2 on. We doing 2 on 2.
That's right.
I'm with it. Y'all tell me when and where. I'm there.
Let's go.
Well, who is this? Who is it? I'm all there. Hey,
siesta is a thing. Yeah, Gene knows what she's talking about. Siesta and go for sure. Okay, Lord.
Yes, we have to rejuvenate. And
right.
Gene got it right. Pisces need naps.
Okay, you better talk to him, Gene.
We need naps.
So take your nap.
As soon as Lady T gets to Vegas, she gonna take a nap. So that's
I am. I'm gonna incorporate that in my vacation. That's right.
When you going on vacay? You must be going soon. Oh tomorrow. Man, that's what's up. Hey, what's up, travels? Have fun.
Thank you. I'm excited.
26 minutes, right? You said 26 minutes is the max.
Yeah, I set my alarm for 30 minutes just to give myself 4 minutes to get comfortable, get my pillow, my blankie right.
Yeah. So you froze. Did it freeze?
You frozen, my bro. Yeah, he froze.
Make sure you took.
You froze.
You froze. One more time, Lloyd.
I was saying, Lady T, when you about to take your nap, we can be your alarm clock. So make sure it be 30 minutes. We're going to hit you. Hey, time to get up.
Oh, no. She said don't go past 45. So I think I'm going to take 45 on vacation.
Oh, okay.
And if you do the 45 and you wake up groggy, and that means your body don't like the 45. Go back to the 30. Yeah.
Go back to 30.
Okay.
There we go.
And I see it. You got a nice background.
It's beautiful.
It's like lightning back there, and it's like looks cool.
Oh, thank you, man. It's like it's cutting up. Like I was like, whoa, this weather's getting bad. I'm in
like,
for the night, I guess. Yeah, I'm officially.
The rain. Hey, they say that's good sleeping weather when it's raining.
Well, yeah, because I listen to sometimes part of my routine is to listen to rain because it's just something about listening to rain and a little thunderstorm and all the things.
Hey, where's that one comment at from? Man, we got a lot of comments on here. I'm trying to find this one comment. I don't see it. Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. Yes, Latrice said, "Rest in sex." Yes. Wait, how do you say it? How do you say it, Lady T? Yes.
Yes. Cool.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. Well, we have fun tonight. We really appreciate you taking time out to come on and like you. How long have you founded this company? How long ago has it been?
Man, we were 9 months old before the pandemic. 9 months old. We did a 5-month beta test, and then we were inside the Galleria Mall for 3 months, and then we shifted to online last year. And so, I mean, honestly, 9 months. That's when my clock stopped when it was 9 months because the pivot. Yeah, we pivoted to keep ourselves afloat, but to actually do what we were destined to do, we were 9 months old. So. I'm grateful for everything that's happened so far, man. We'll be at South by Southwest in 2022 at the music festival, so that's gonna be dope.
Man, it's definitely moving fast paced and it's growing. It's like the word is getting out, and it's a good thing.
And thanks to people like y'all and you talking it up. So that's the best type of marketing is when you got people that believe in it and they talking about it. So like seriously, man, I'm oozing with gratitude for you guys for having me on and also for sharing your platform to spread more awareness about sleeping. It's not really about Nap Bar. Our mission, I heard you guys talking about the mission earlier with Shelton is, we're out to cure sleep deprivation one nap at a time. Like that's the goal,
right.
$411 billion U.S. economic loss due to sleep deprivation because people are tired. And so that's the ultimate mission, man. That's our social impact for sure.
Yes, and we definitely appreciate you doing what you do and having a great impact on the community. That's one of the major big things about it. So thank you once again for joining the Lambitious podcast. Any final words you want to say to the audience before you go?
Man, stay woke, take a nap.
Stay woke, take a nap. I like that.
I love it. That was good. Take a nap, Lloyd.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Y'all take care.
All right.
Thank you.
Awesome.
That was a great show. That was like
we had like 2 great shows in one tonight, like a double feature.
Yeah, both were extremely dope, very informative, and I'm ready to eat a crab cake from Maryland, Baltimore, and take a nap. If I don't get anything out of this show tonight.
We got my Miss Deborah signed up already. Miss Lindley, she already signed up. I know I need to try it myself. I want to get that experience of doing it. So yeah.
I mean, the way that she described it was so like I thought I was there, and it felt right. I think that would be a great experience. Both
of the guest energy that it was off the charts. You felt it, and
the passion and
yes, definitely. And shout out to I don't ever call her this, Deborah Jackson. That's my mom. Lady T don't know. Pat no, that's my mom. Yes. Thank you for tuning in.
I didn't want to blow her. I didn't want to blow her cover.
I know she was watching, but I appreciate you, Mom.
Thank you for watching, Mama Lily.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean the energy tonight was great, and safe travels, Lady T.
Thank you.
Safe travels.
Thank you. I'm excited. She said she learned a lot. I did too, especially about that sleep.
Yeah.
So, well, it's time to either take a nap or watch the game. Whatever we're gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm about to watch the game.
About to watch the because we gonna do it 2-on-2, right? You said, Pat, we got them. Like everybody talking about they gonna beat us.
Yeah, Lady T say what you gonna do, Chili? You go.
She went to Mansfield.
I'm like, y'all definitely do not know.
Oh man, I ain't played since the pandemic. I think I can still do a little something.
Yeah, I'm probably right before the pandemic, right before, but I gotta do some sprints and get myself in shape real quick.
But she got 10. What she got about 20 years under us.
Pat, we ain't going to. Hey, for the audience, she's still in her 20s. We gonna tell them like she's basically in her 20s.
Yeah,
she was in there.
25.
She's gonna try to disrespect us.
I've had a whole child. Absolutely not. I've had a whole child. My body is totally different.
We're gonna post it. We're gonna put it on YouTube. We're gonna put it on everything. So when we do beat you,
the camera up. Let's go.
She got a whole child through immaculate conception. She didn't do that, so she's still in good shape. She just acting like it, but it don't matter. We old school. We still gonna do it.
Okay.
That's what it is.
All right, old school.
Yeah.
So for the audience out there, happy Juneteenth. And they talking about
Father's Day to all the fathers.
They talking about making that a federal holiday, so that's huge. And then again, like you said, Father's Day, because it gets swept under the rug. It's not as big as Mother's Day, and it shouldn't be.
My daddy.
No, hey, I love mine too. Mother's Day though is without you, the beautiful women, we wouldn't be here. So that's Mother's Day is gonna be, but Father's Day, y'all do a lot. So that are in each the kid's life, you know what I mean? So
absolutely.
All right. Well, once again, great show. I see it in the comments. We appreciate everybody listening, commenting, asking questions. Thank you all, because it's, once again, we can learn a lot. If you're interested in being on the show or know somebody who wants to be on the show, please DM us, let us know. We got a lamp count going on this week and throughout the rest of the month, and next month it's going to end up being virtual, but we're still going to be out there, with the kids, mentoring and throwing out some good lamp swag bags. So y'all will see pictures and videos pretty soon. And Chip has a surprise for the kids, so that's gonna be something. It's gonna be something when y'all see it on maybe on TikTok, maybe on YouTube. I don't know. It's gonna go viral. Whatever it is, it's gonna go viral. So
I can't wait for that.
it's gonna be nice.
All right, cool.
We're working on it. We're working our routine. So yeah, y'all just stay tuned.
Oh, good. That's what's up. All right, y'all.
All right, so y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all next week. We have actually, I don't have it up now, but next week we're going to talk to Jennifer about Jennifer Smith, and she just created and wrote an entire play, and we'll be performing, I think, in 2 weeks. So right now, first show is actually sold out in Houston. So she's going to have a second show. We're going to put that up probably later on this week, or for sure early next week, with under the caption you will see. But this is the first show she's put together, and it's going to be really, really nice. Trust me. She's put in a lot of work. And like I said, the first show has already sold out. So she's adding shows to it. So she will be on next week. I can't remember if we have somebody else on or not. Do you remember if we have anybody else on?
They have to stay tuned and watch. They
okay.
Have to stay tuned and watch. But
so for sure, Jennifer will be here. All right. So that's it. That's all I got.
All right.
Again, my final word, just grateful for everybody. Glad the summer's here. Safe travels, Lady T.
Thank you.
Pat. Keep doing our thing, Lamb Camp this week, and we have surprises on the way. And everybody just be healthy. Let's do it.
All right. All right. See y'all later.
See y'all next Tuesday.